Charlotte's #1 for Blazin hip hop and R&B. Power 98.
I just want to talk about the Young Buck situation real quick. Got a text question from my man Corey over at the House of Devils. He said, "Why you was so hard on him? And where did you get the voicemail conversation from?"
What, the voicemail?
Yeah, when you played back the Young Buck voicemail.
Oh, okay. See, what they look at when they say, "Why was you so hard on them?" I don't know why no one's ever sympathetic for me. See, at the point that me and Young Buck that I played the conversation, I was already into Young Buck for $250,000 of my personal money. Wow. Because when they couldn't pay their taxes, the excessive living, they spend money not even conscious of the money that you're getting from the show doesn't have taxes taken out of it. You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the year, tax time comes, and they're there, and it's the crying conversation you heard. Because they need help at that point. And then I go, okay, well, you know what? Here. And this is year 2 after we've been going through flip-flop and disrespect here, and then we back cool again, and you disrespecting me again, and then you saying something cool again, and then I'm watching you, and then this is why I'm prepared to tape the phone conversation.
Oh, Lord.
The next time
playing chess, baby.
you decide to flip-flop, and then you're going to realize that that's the last time. Because first time he did it was his fault. The second time it was mine because I allowed it to continue to go on.
Right.
And then it just went past the traditional point. Because some of us, I didn't utilize the traditional business activities.
Right.
Because at that point, you would say, you know what, you get paid what was contractually suggested in the actual contracts, what we came to an agreement on, and you get nothing else. Don't look for me for any support or help. You know what a great trivial question for artists is? Like, what does your CEO's couch look like? Personally, his personal couch at home, because you shouldn't know. If they have the traditional business format, you're not that personal with these people. You just keep them, because hip hop allows you to travel and move around with these people as artists. They live in the same hotels you live in. You know, so you develop a relationship that's past the traditional points, and then sometimes it's better to just keep it like a business deal. Meanwhile, if they have, they decide they want to do things differently, or they don't have the same moral base, it makes them feel like disrespecting you would be biting the hand that feeding them, then it's fine. Because you haven't overextended yourself.
So Banks and Yayo still cool?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what's up.
I don't think that'll ever change.
Okay.
I'd be really surprised if they did it. Like, I have someone shoot one of them. We from the neighborhood. They know you're consciously. They'd be consciously making that decision.
So what about the game? Are you
the game? I never really knew him. Like, me and Game worked together for 6 days. Dre worked with him for a year in the studio. He couldn't come up with what they needed to put the album out. And like all the other artists, like Joe Beast, Brooklyn, even Rakim, like Game would have been there. Bishop Lamont, he would have been there, and then he wouldn't have been there because Dre would have lost interest in producing records for him. They sat there long enough for him to go, nah, I'm done with it. But then they brought it to my attention, and I said, well, the West Coast ain't had a new artist since Snoop.
Right.
So this can work. I just got to give him the records. He can't write the chorus. Give him One Blood, he gonna kill it. Give him a song with Wayne on the hook, he gonna kill it. He's gonna mention people because he has habits of writing people's names, name dropping artists. Like, it's just habits that certain writers have. He's gonna do that, but this is the things that he's gonna actually do. And then at the end of the day, if you put him in, there's a lot of great rappers, more great rappers than good songwriters. When we look at the battle circuit, those guys are amazing, man. They can rap like me and you talk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The problem is they have so many options and directions to write in that they don't know exactly what to write when it comes time to write that song or what production to pick. So when Game came to the house, I already had the records. I just muted my vocals. How am I the first thing you hear on your single? I hate it or love it. It starts coming up. I was confused. Yeah. My mama kissing the girl. That ain't your issues. Those are my issues.
Right.
This is how we do. The first thing you hear on all those records is me. You see what I'm saying? And at that point, I mean, I think people forget, but I don't. I remember.
So it ain't no real beef between y'all either. Y'all
I look at him like he's a hip hop baby.
Okay.
And that I say is a person that will do anything that generates interest within hip hop, regardless of it if it having any character conflicts. Like with himself personally, he looks at it like it's his job to generate interest. This is why you see him go left, then go right, then go left, then go right. Like he always goes back and forth. Like he'll go, I just want to apologize, and then the next performance is, well, G Unit. You know what I'm saying? Like and it's because he'll go to the show and no one will be excited, and he'll go, oh, they was excited when I said, G Unit.
Yeah.
So he does that again.
I got it.
So you basically gave him a spanking, is what you said.
Well, you know, I give out ass whoopings continuously.
Well, who's the latest?
Well, you know, I think the latest you're gonna see the come Tuesday.
This is 50.com.
I'm calling you back. I'm calling back here Tuesday.
That's what it is, baby.
Seriously, go ahead.
I'm calling back so we can talk about numbers.
I have a question for you. I'm into artist development myself. Would you give me like some kind of tips? What does it take to actually develop an artist into a full artist, not just a half artist?
Well, I think, you know, production choices. A lot of times new artists don't know exactly what they should actually be on. I mean, the DJ would know.
Yeah.
The DJ knows. Like, he knows what record I'm going to put this on in the middle of my set, and this is going to work. I don't care what you say on it. But say something good. Man. You know what I'm saying? Like, but he knows that this fits into what's working right now. And while that's happening, you when you put the right content, because I think a hit record is a marriage. It's hit production and the right content over it. So we've seen hit records hit production with the wrong rapping on it,
Right.
with the wrong singing on it. They just wrote the wrong song for the music. So it's cool, but we ain't in love with it, you know, and vice versa, the other way, you know, the right rap over a weak track. You know, so I think artist development would be you being able to create a direction for the actual artist, like, and then having it come from somewhere real within them. You know, like if you can assess this person and say this is who he is, like when you said like certain artists like Banks in the beginning. I said, yo, you should rap for the girls. He got mad. He was mad. He said, what you trying to say? And I was like, nah, every time you make reference, the female reference, it's ill. It sounds iller than when we're doing the other stuff.
Right.
And, you know, if you can just identify with that, now that was hot. He's standing there, broke a Manolo, get a photo, blah, blah, and then you said something, I was like, damn, that was hot. You know, like when he was saying those different things, I'd be like, that's hot, man, do that. And he goes, you know, he wasn't with that at first. Now, I asked J.R., I was like, yo, who are you, like, as an artist, so we don't make a mistake? Like, which direction are we actually going? And Jay said, I'm a drug dealer.
Okay. And that's what it is.
I said, okay, well then. You know you gotta be limited how far you actually go with that content. But if this is what you want to write, then I'm not gonna push you in a different direction.
Yeah.
If you actually, and this is why I told you, you see, I would have made some other choices. His album is titled "Thoughts of a Predicate Felon."
Yeah.
If you just went to jail, came home, went right back to jail, came home, I'm cool with that. I mean, I think people will believe you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?